I quit my full-time job as a pastor because I felt like there was a weight on my chest beckoning me to do something different. It's as if God Himself was whispering in my ear that there was a bigger purpose for my life, and I could not ignore that. But the reality of it is, while it might be inspiring to some or pretentious to others, the reality is that sometimes what you are called to, the purpose for your life, the dream that you want to build, will sometimes break you before it builds you. But the reality is that you will definitely bend. And I'm realizing that with anything, especially in business and any venture that you are going through, how much can you bend without actually breaking? And that is what I have learned. I have learned my limits, the extent that I can be stretched. And I think I'm still learning that in some way, shape, or form. And honestly, I chose this and I love what I'm doing. I love that I get to work with nonprofits and services and people that are wanting to expand their reach through video and different things of that nature. It really does fill my cup. I took this leap and I'm doing all that I'm doing now. I think the backside of chasing your dreams is thinking that you'll always be secure in the decision that you made. And I have second guessed this decision so many times. So many times. I have thought to myself, maybe this isn't what I should be doing, because maybe a month or two went by and maybe I didn't make as much money as I wanted to or anything of that nature. And it is really difficult being able to manage your emotions while also leading your own self is hard. It's definitely hard. And it's not something that is for the weak. It really isn't. You kind of always have to be reminding yourself that this is the path that I'm supposed to be taking. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And to be honest, yes, it's called imposter syndrome. But imposter syndrome happens to literally everyone that does anything new. So if you have imposter syndrome, congratulations. You're doing something that's difficult. You're doing something that's new. I'm going to disturb you for just 1 second. If you are loving the content that you're seeing so far, go ahead and like this. If you are really loving it, then you can definitely subscribe. Like, I would absolutely love that. And if you don't want to miss anything else that I do on this channel that has everything to do with storytelling, filmmaking, and honestly, I just love cameras. And if you love cameras as well, hit the bell. Yeah, so like, subscribe, hit the bell. Yeah, do those things and I'll love you forever. Okay, cool, let's get back to the video. And the way how I fight my imposter syndrome in particular is by honestly not paying attention to it all that much. Yes, there's a name for it, but like I said, it happens to anybody that does anything new, that is stepping out of their comfort zone. It's going to be difficult. And the more that people realize that chasing your dreams is not sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns and all of that great stuff, it's hard, it's real, it's difficult, is the more people will go into new adventures with the right expectations, knowing that things are going to go wrong and they are going to have to problem solve, and it isn't going to be easy. But this is life. This is starting a business, this is chasing your dreams, it's doing anything that's new and is out of your comfort zone. So moving from being a pastor to being a filmmaker and storyteller was more than just a career shift. It felt more like a soul shift. And I say soul shift because it wasn't just me moving to a different career, but the reality is it was more so moving to just like a different life altogether. And that was probably the most beautiful part and the hardest part altogether, is I had to reconstruct who I was and deconstruct who I thought I was all at the same time. And it was a hard, amazing, and still is an amazing journey. And I absolutely love it. So there's so much that changed that I had to kind of keep up with as I was trying to figure out who I was and what I stood for and who God was calling me to be outside of the thing that consumed my life for a very long time, which was pastoring. And while it was a calling over my life, it was just the job, the vehicle that held the calling, so to speak. But the calling was always to connection with God. The calling was always to creating great impact in the world in particular. And that's what I look to do. And I honestly felt that pastoring was part of my potential, but it wasn't maxing out the potential, so to speak. And I feel like what I'm doing right now is, yeah, definitely getting to that place where it's maxing out the potential. And I'm really, really enjoying it. And I can't wait to see where I'm going to be in the near future. And the reality is that for many people, you get stuck in one place because you were told that you can only do this one thing. You were told that you're only good at this one thing. But the reality is, there are many ways for you to fulfill your calling in life, your purpose in life. And I don't think I would have even realized it if I didn't take this leap. Yeah, it's been special, for sure. Yes, I experienced a soul shift, but it didn't move from being a career shift to a soul shift until I stopped compartmentalizing my life. I felt like there was a box for church, there's a box for friends, a box for my business, a box for my family, a box for my social life or non-existent social life. But it's not until I allowed all of those things to merge that my business was informed by my faith, and my faith fed into my friends, and my faith was replenished by my friends, and my family were mixing with my business world. And once all of that started to happen, I felt like I was living a more authentic life. And I know the word authentic is completely played out in all of that, but the reality is that's how I felt. I felt like I was living life on purpose. I was living life with intentionality. I was doing things with intentionality that, like, I feel now that life is, don't get me wrong, it's on easy mode from the perspective of I just show up as myself and there's no boxes. Like, there's no, I can't say this here because I'm not with these people. But I am who I am every place I go. No matter if it's business, no matter if it's church, no matter if it's my family, my friends, all of it. I'm Daniel through and through. And I think in particular, I was separating church and state, of separating the business from my faith, of separating the business friends from the church friends and different things of that nature. But it's not until those things started to merge is when I started to see who I was outside of pastoring in particular. And I kind of wish that for everyone, that they can just live as they are wherever they are. And probably the thing that I would leave with anybody that is looking to start a new venture, do something exciting, or move to a different country, a different state, different province, whatever that is for you, whatever new thing that you want to do, is don't wait until you are prepared, because you will never be prepared. And yeah, literally build the plane as you're in the air. Yeah, just build as you go. You'll figure it out. Take the leap respectfully, or responsibly, I should say. Take the leap responsibly and then figure it out. Do it scared. It's never going to align. There's never going to be a right time. There's never going to be a perfect opportunity. There's only the here and now and what you're willing to risk. And I am still on this journey. I still have crazy crippling doubts at times. But my faith reminds me that God has not brought me this far to leave me. And I hold on to that and I keep pushing. And whatever anchors you, hold on to that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the only thing that's going to get you through. Anyway, that's all for me today. If this is something that blessed your spirit, go ahead and like this. If this is something that you want to keep up with, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, blow it up, people's elbow it, and all of that great stuff. And if you want to get an alert of when the next one comes out, go ahead and hit the bell as well. Please do. On to the next one. Go ahead and do something creative today. Peace. Whenever you're ready. Oh, you're rolling already. Oh, okay. Okay, cool.